The Dodge Charger Hellcat Widebody is an impressive blend of muscle car performance, aggressive design, and modern convenience in a practical, comfortable family sedan. Hi everyone, my name is Sirhan, and this is my 2023 Dodge Charger Hellcat Widebody Jailbreak. I bought this car in June of 2023, and in the past 16 months I put on 7,000 kilometers or just over 4,000 miles. So how has it been owning a Hellcat for the past 16 months? Well, the number one thing is the amount of attention that this car gets. Every time I take this car for a drive, wherever I go, I always get people give me a thumbs up. I have a lot of people saying nice car, a lot of people saying rev it. A lot of people want to race me. It's just part of owning this Hellcat. I was at a gas station recently and a group of young boys in front of me were basically just begging me to rev the Hellcat. Things like that happen all the time with this particular car. So you do get a lot of attention driving a car like this. You don't see a lot of them on the road. In the 16 months that I've had this car, I've probably seen maybe a half dozen on the road. Whereas with my C8, for example, I see that car pretty much on a daily basis. So this car is really unique. You hardly see it, and when you do, it really grabs people's attention. The other thing with this car, obviously it's a lot of fun, so much power. It takes off like a rocket. It's actually a little scary to drive sometimes. And the sounds from this car is just incredible. You got the whine from the supercharger out front, a rumble from that exhaust back there, and the gravel from that V8. And then plus you've got all the G-forces from just taking off. It just makes for an exhilarating drive every time you get behind the wheel of a Hellcat. Let's watch this thing go. I'd say that was probably a half throttle. It's cold out, my tires are still cold, and there's a truck up here on the road, so just want to take a little slow. I've really had no issues with this car at all. So here are some key aspects about this car. First, performance. For the engine, it features a supercharged 6.2 liter V8 that puts out over 700 horsepower. There's some variants, such as the Red Eye, that put out 797 horsepower. Mine is a jailbreak version, so I have only 717 horsepower. The acceleration is thrilling. 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.8 seconds, and a top speed of over 200 miles per hour. That's nuts in a family car. That's just unbelievable. I think the handling on this car is really good. The wide body package includes wider tires and fender flares. It enhances the grip and stability, and I think it just looks awesome on this car. If you're not buying the wide body, and I don't know what you're doing, because you need a wide body. And it surprisingly handles really well, I think. The wide body improves cornering, making it surprisingly agile for a full-size sedan. I think it handles actually really well for a car this size. As for the exterior, this car has probably got to be the most aggressively styled car out on the road. Like, it has so much presence. First of all, that wide body really stands out. It gives it a really prominent, aggressive look, along with that mail slot grille. Just looks really nice. And then we've got that ram air hood with the twin heat extractors. It's a really nice touch. Really like the front of the vehicle, how it looks. On the interior, it's got some really nice features. This car has a carbon fiber. It's got Alcantara, and it's got a carbon fiber steering wheel. It's easy to make the tires spin. Like, it's just nuts. This car is just crazy. It's just nuts. That's why this car is so much fun to drive. It's got a fair bit of technology. The Uconnect infotainment system is very responsive. It's very easy to use. I really like it. It's got a large touchscreen. It's very responsive. I really can't complain about it. It just would be nice if it was a little larger, but that's about it. While don't think of safety with muscle cars, but this car does have a lot of safety features. Blind spot monitoring system, cross path detection. It's got a really high crash rating. It's a really safe car. I feel very safe driving this car. As for practicality, space is a big plus with this vehicle. It's a huge car. You've got lots of space in the trunk. You've got a lot of space in the rear for the passengers. I've got two twin boys, teenagers. They're both about 6 feet tall, and they have plenty of room, leg room and headroom, so plenty of space in the back. As for the driving experience, the sound that this car makes is probably one of the biggest enjoyments I get out driving this car. You've got a throaty exhaust, supercharger whine, the gravel of that V8. This car just sounds absolutely amazing when you drive it. And this car is still extremely practical. I've got 4 doors, 5 passengers, plenty of cargo space, lots of storage. It's comfortable. It's a great cruiser of a car, and very comfortable to drive. And then when you just floor it, it just pulls extremely hard. Wow. Oh, that's unreal. Like, it drives so good. Like back there. It doesn't take much for those rear wheels to just start spinning. And that's what makes this car so much fun to drive. The Dodge Charger Hellcat Widebody is a thrilling option for enthusiasts that are looking for a muscle car performance with the comfort and practicality of a modern car. Its combination of power, practicality, makes it really unique in the market. I don't think there is really a car like this out there. This car has so much presence on the road. It gets noticed everywhere you go. It's got so much power. You can't help but smile every time you drive this car. This car has a ridiculous amount of power. This car is nuts. It doesn't make sense having a car with this much power in a family sedan. And that's why we love it. Is a blast to drive. I absolutely love this car. I love everything about this car. I love the way it looks. I love the wide body on this car. It makes it really stand out from the other Chargers. And then you've got that beautiful mail slot grille in the front. Really nice touch. And then of course you've got that hood with that giant ram air hood design with the twin heat extractors. And then the LED headlights and the racetrack style tail lights just look so good on this car. I think styling wise, this car absolutely just looks amazing. It's one of the best looking cars out there on the road. As soon as you see it, you know, you're kind of drawn to it. It looks incredibly aggressive, and that's what I really like about the style about the car, just how aggressive it is. I think it totally matches the personality of the car, how it's this beast of a car with so much power, and you've got the looks to go with it. So I think Dodge did an amazing job with the wide body style in this car. And with the wide body, you get the wider tires, which you really need because it's hard to get grip with this amount of power. Like, I struggle to get a good launch on this car. That was slip in second gear, or maybe third gear. I slipped back there. But man, you know, that's what I mean. There's just so much power in this beast of a car. I absolutely love it. Love it. Wow. Oh my god. And the sound, just listen to this. Some of the downsides of owning a Hellcat, first of all, the insurance is really bad. For some reason, I pay the equivalent of my C8 and my Porsche combined for what I pay for this Hellcat. So I had no idea the Hellcat is this expensive to insure. I don't know why, it's just very expensive for some reason. The other thing is the gas. If you drive it hard, you're gonna go through a lot of gas. You're gonna be at the gas station quite often. And it also has a really small tank. That's part of it too. But if you drive it just normally, it's actually not that bad. But when you stomp on it, this car is thirsty. So those are really the only downsides with this car, owning this car, is the gas and the insurance. Despite its performance, I'd say this is probably like one of the most practical four-door cars out there. It's huge. You've got tons of storage. You've got a huge trunk, a lot of leg space, plenty of headroom, a lot of cup holders. I think this car has like maybe 8 cup holders. Like, it's an extremely comfortable cruiser that can lay it down and compete with just about any car out there in terms of power. The straight line acceleration is just unreal with this car. It just takes off like nothing. To give it full gas. That's how scary this car is. And you always have to drive with 2 hands on the wheel with this type of car. But man, sometimes I'm so close to giving it full throttle, but I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I don't know. I don't want to risk crashing this car. It's got that much power. It's kind of scary. But just listen to that supercharger. My God. What a beast. Love it. Man, what a car. This car has everything. You want power? It's got power. You want styling? It's got amazing styling on this car. Lots of space. It's practical, comfortable. It's just a great all-around car. It's just a blast to drive. It's got safety features, lots of space, it's practical, comfortable. Like, it just goes on and on. There's so many things I like about this car. And of course, the power. Just the amount of power this car has. Just kind of addictive driving a car with this much power, right? I don't think I can just go back and drive just a normal car again. Like, it's just the power and just the sound this thing makes. It's just over the top. That's what I love about it. It's just crazy. What a machine. I absolutely love this car. I feel blessed to have owned this car for the last 16 months. It's truly one of the best cars I think I've ever owned. And I don't think we'll ever see a car like this ever again. The gas-powered V8s are pretty much gone. And this one's a supercharged V8, the likes of which I don't think we'll ever see again. And so it's kind of sad. There's just something really special about this car, just the raw performance. You're just not going to get that anymore with some of the new cars that are going hybrid and all electric. What a car.